There are always so many reasons why you shouldn't do something, why we shouldn't do something. And I have never had a problem with coming up with my own reasons why I shouldn't do a thing, why I shouldn't go for that job, why I shouldn't ask for the promotion, why I shouldn't demand a raise, why I shouldn't ask that girl out, or why I shouldn't do this thing because maybe she won't like it, or because she'll think less of me, or my parents won't approve of what I'm doing. But honestly, I think a lot of those emotions and feelings simply come from the fact that I don't think I'm good enough. And I don't know if I'm making this video for you or if I'm making this video to show love to a past version of myself, to myself right now, or maybe to me in the future. But I believe you can do it. We're specifically talking about game development here, but game development for me has been surprisingly introspective as a journey. I've been making games for about 5.5 years at this point, and I feel like I've had to dig into what makes me a human so that I can understand how to create experiences and have targeted emotions come to the players I'm trying to entertain and delight. I'm not solving a business use case that has a clear yes or no. I'm trying to make somebody feel something. That's what we're trying to do. And so making games has become something that has meant a lot more to me than I thought it actually would. It's a really hard thing to do. There's so many videos out there saying how hard it is to do it, how your game's not going to be good enough. You can go onto Reddit and find a pile of stories about developers who have poured their blood, sweat, and tears into their games only for them to come out and not have the financial success or meet the goal that the developer set out to do. Those are good cautionary tales, and I'm not trying to diminish them, but I feel like all of this pressure from all of these different places telling us what we're going to be doing is hard lets us give ourselves more reasons why we shouldn't be doing something. But I believe in you. I believe that you can make that game. I believe that you can figure it out. I believe that if you commit yourself, not commit yourself, because it is a pursuit. And I don't want to diminish the fact that it is a pursuit. But what I do want to point out is that a lot of the times, the loudest voice giving myself excuses and reasons why I can quit that prototype or why I shouldn't get into a game because this engine or that engine is better or worse, or I'm not good enough at programming or art, or I don't know how to do marketing, and if I do any of that stuff, the game won't be any good enough to share, and people will hate it. In fact, they'll give me negative feedback, and they will tell me, they'll point out and show me that I'm not worth it and that what I make isn't good. But those are all fears that I feel. Those are things that I feel. Those are things that I feel. Those are fears that I have. So much of my life, I've gotten in my own way. And so it's been really fun over the last 5.5 years to kind of start getting out of my own way. And I don't know what that looks like for you. But I believe that you can figure it out. And I think if you open your eyes and take a look around and try to min-max that process for you, whatever that looks like or means, figure out how to learn the best way possible, because one of the coolest things about game development, for kind of the first time in my life, I got to prescribe my education for me. Turns out I'm somebody who needs to kind of just bash my head against a problem and figure it out. Learn the lessons by doing the hard work. I can't really hear it from somebody else. I can't read it in a Reddit post. And it's certainly, I cannot be told it by my parents. I kind of have to go and do the thing to really understand the lesson and internalize it. all throughout my childhood, I had educators that were prescribed a public education to me. And in college, I had professors, and then I had managers as jobs. But game development became the one place that I got to figure out the best way for Andy to learn game development. And that became really special. And now a quick word from the sponsor for today's video, Boot.dev. Boot.dev is an online learning platform where you can learn Python, Go, TypeScript, JavaScript, SQL, and C, and they have a bunch of courses for all of those different things. But what I love most about Boot.dev is they've kind of gamified their learning process, because typically I've found it really hard to understand the progression I've been making when I'm learning something. Even though learning for itself is progression, they've given you levels and XP and boss fights and all these different metrics that you can really challenge yourself against. And the gamified nature just really helps kind of give me that dopamine hit when I finally achieve a lesson and gain XP and work my way up those leaderboards. And on top of that, they're always adding in new content like this Build Asteroids using Python and Pygame course. If you've been waiting to get into game development or having a hard time doing traditional methods, maybe Boot.dev is the perfect tool to help your brain finally start learning something you've wanted to learn for years. And the folks at Boot.dev gave me my own custom code, so you can use Aarimous at checkout to get 25% off your entire first year on an annual plan, and let them know that Aarimous sent you their way. Thank you to Boot.dev for sponsoring this video. Figuring out how to min-max your experience for you. What sort of programming do you like to do? Which engines even make sense? And if you're stuck picking an engine, just pick one. Godot's great, it's free, and we have a cool community. You like Unity? That's fine too. Just pick it and go. And figure out how to keep yourself at it. Because my first games were terrible. They were bad. There's no way around it. There's no way around it, right, Carl? My games were bad. He's my cat Carl's right here. He's delightfully not on camera, which is very frustrating because he's very cute. But I stuck with it. And I figured out how to maximize my experience for me. I'm on the verge of having one of my most successful games that I've made to date. Thronedy and I have somehow stumbled across a formula that has hit pretty well. The game about feeding Black Hole currently has 33,000 wish lists. I'm not as nervous as I thought I'd be. And I'm trying not to get in my way so much. I'm currently trying to figure out how to find my own self-worth, how to love myself, to give myself permission to take up space in this world. I thought I did. I really don't think that anymore. But I've been working with a therapist. I've been working with myself, and with the help of my friends and family, and really the help of myself, I think I'm going to get there someday. I think I'll get there someday. So I believe in you. I believe you can make that game. And if you need to watch this video again in the future, it'll still be here. You got this. I've been Aarimous. See you next time.